Hello MotoGP fans. Welcome back to ZNGP Today. MotoGP is preparing for a landmark change in rider contracts. From 2027, a minimum salary of €500,000 for all full-time riders is reportedly close to approval. The move, included in the draft 2027 to 2031 commercial agreement between MotoGP SEG and the teams, aims to reduce the vast disparity between the highest and lowest earners on the grid. Jack Miller, Australia's lone MotoGP representative, admitted to mixed emotions after the announcement that Phillip Island will be replaced by Adelaide's new street circuit from 2027, calling the loss of Phillip Island devastating. Miller nonetheless expressed excitement about Australia's bold move to host the world's first MotoGP street race in a city centre. Yamaha's long-awaited switch to a V4 engine was supposed to mark a new era. After years of rider frustration and calls for modernization, the Japanese manufacturer finally abandoned its inline-4 architecture. But the Burim test revealed fresh challenges. Riders struggled with grip, lap times lagged, and factory director Massimo Marigali admitted the team is still at the very beginning of a steep learning curve. Aprilia Racing enters the 2026 MotoGP season with renewed confidence. After two official tests in Sepang and Burim, Marco Bezzecchi and Jorge Martin are set to debut the RSGP 26 at the Chang International Circuit. Bezzecchi topped the Burim timesheets, while Martin, returning from injury, finished 8th. Together, they represent Aprilia's ambition to challenge from the opening round, blending speed, resilience, and optimism. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. The proposal would guarantee rookies and satellite riders a baseline income far above current figures. Some riders are believed to earn as little as €100,000 per season, while stars like Marc Marquez and Fabio Quartararo have commanded contracts exceeding €10 million. The contrast is stark. Riders face the same risks on track, yet their paychecks vary wildly. A minimum salary would be a step toward fairness. The €500,000 minimum would apply to base salary only, excluding performance-related bonuses. Teams could still incentivize riders with podium or championship clauses, but the guaranteed floor ensures stability. This structure balances fairness with competitiveness, protecting rookies while allowing stars to earn more through results. Calls for a minimum wage in MotoGP are not new. The issue was previously tied to the idea of forming a riders' association, though that effort never materialized. With Liberty Media's arrival and a new commercial era looming, the conversation has gained traction. The timing is significant. As MotoGP reshapes its business model, aligning rider contracts with modern standards is part of the evolution. Negotiations over the 2027 to 2031 commercial contract continue between MotoGP SEG and the MSMA. Manufacturers are rumored to be seeking an F1-style Concord agreement, which would formalize financial and governance structures. The minimum salary clause fits into this broader framework. It signals MotoGP's intent to modernize and protect its athletes as the sport enters a new era. For rookies like Pedro Acosta or future talents stepping into the premier class, the guarantee of €500,000 changes the landscape. It reduces financial pressure and ensures riders can focus on performance rather than survival. The move could also make MotoGP more attractive to young riders weighing career paths between superbikes and Grand Prix racing. MotoGP's proposed minimum salary is more than a financial adjustment, it's a statement. By guaranteeing €500,000 to every full-time rider, the sport acknowledges the risks shared across the grid and seeks to narrow the gap between stars and strugglers. As talks continue in Thailand, the clause represents a step toward fairness, professionalism, and a new commercial era under Liberty's influence. For riders, it could mean not just safer contracts, but a stronger foundation for the battles ahead. Phillip Island has long been considered one of the most iconic circuits in MotoGP. For Miller, it's personal, a track he calls probably the best I've ever ridden. Obviously devastated to see Phillip Island go off the calendar. The emotional farewell underscores the magnitude of the change. Phillip Island's undulations, coastal winds, and unique character are irreplaceable. Despite the sadness, Miller praised Adelaide's ambition. Hosting MotoGP in the heart of a city is unprecedented, and the investment reflects Australia's commitment to the sport. Excited Australia has been bold enough to step up to the plate and be the world's first on the street circuit. The novelty of a city center MotoGP race could redefine fan engagement, bringing the spectacle closer to everyday life. Miller highlighted the enthusiasm of Adelaide locals and the accessibility of the venue. With pit lane just minutes from the city's main street, fans will be immersed in the event. Everybody's beyond stoked to have it in the city. It's a 6-minute walk from pit lane to the main street. The integration of MotoGP into Adelaide's urban fabric promises a festival atmosphere unlike traditional circuits. Miller tempered expectations, acknowledging that street circuits rarely deliver the riding thrills of natural tracks. He compared Adelaide to Formula One's Monaco, iconic, but not universally loved by drivers. Street circuits are never going to be amazing with big hills and undulations like you get in Kota or Phillip Island. The honesty reflects a rider's perspective. Spectacle and accessibility may come at the cost of pure racing excitement. Miller likened Adelaide's layout to Hungary's Balaton Park, though with the advantage of being in a vibrant city. He also emphasized that safety standards will be met, with runoff areas designed to modern MotoGP requirements. We've got a lot more tracks on the calendar that have walls closer than they have there. Confidence in Australian infrastructure reassures fans and riders alike that safety won't be compromised. The final Australian Grand Prix at Phillip Island will take place in October 2026, closing the chapter on one of MotoGP's most beloved venues. From November 2027, Adelaide will step into the spotlight with its bold street circuit. For Jack Miller, the transition is bittersweet. The magic of Phillip Island cannot be replicated, but the promise of a city center spectacle offers a new kind of excitement. Australia's MotoGP future will be different, less about coastal curves, more about urban energy. But Miller's words capture both the loss and the anticipation. Sepang had already been a warning sign. Yamaha lost a full day of running due to an engine issue, leaving engineers scrambling. Buram was meant to be the reset, a chance to validate the new package. Instead, the test exposed weaknesses. These last 2 days have been a bit more difficult than the previous test in Sepang. We didn't expect it. Buram marked the first time Yamaha shifted from simple comparisons to actual setup work. That transition revealed limitations in grip and cornering stability. We started on Saturday and discovered some limitations. The architecture change means not only the engine but the entire bike needs re-engineering. Each session uncovers new challenges, slowing development but clarifying the path forward. Fabio Quartararo, in what is expected to be his final Yamaha season, showed visible frustration, even gesturing defiantly at his bike before calming down later. His lap times were stuck in the high 1:30s and low 1:31s, far from competitive. We know we have to try to make them understand, to calm them down, but we're also aware that their mindset is one of competition. Riders want results now, but Yamaha insists the project requires months, not weeks. Quartararo's impatience reflects both his competitive drive and the reality that he may not be around to see the V4 reach maturity. Alex Rins was less harsh but echoed similar concerns. For Marigali, that consistency is valuable. If 3 riders give the same feedback, it's very important. It makes life easier. Shared frustration at least points Yamaha in a clear direction. The problems are common, not isolated. Rins's measured tone reassures the factory that the issues are structural, not rider-specific. Jack Miller, riding for Pramac Yamaha, offered a more upbeat perspective. He noted a lack of top speed but praised cornering improvements, suggesting potential once refined. Rookie Toprak Razgatlioglu, meanwhile, faced unique adaptation struggles, still searching for confidence in the Michelin front tire. Jack is the one who feels that, even though we're just starting out, we're going in the right direction. Miller's optimism provides balance, while Toprak's difficulties highlight the steep learning curve for newcomers. Together, they illustrate the range of rider experiences in Yamaha's transition. Yamaha's Buram test was a reminder that revolutions take time. The V4 engine represents a fundamental shift, but early sessions exposed grip issues, setup challenges, and rider impatience. Quartararo's frustration, Rins's realism, Miller's optimism, and Toprak's struggles paint a full picture, a team at the start of a long road. Marigali insists improvement will come in the second half of the season, but for now, Yamaha must manage expectations, channel feedback, and keep faith in the process. The V4 era may eventually deliver the leap Yamaha needs, but its opening chapters are defined by growing pains, not glory. Marco Bezzecchi used the 5 days of preseason testing to build harmony with the RSGP 26. His pace at Buram was particularly encouraging, finishing first overall. The test went quite well, we worked a lot, and this helped us understand how the RSGP 26 is performing. Bezzecchi's satisfaction reflects both his own adaptation and the quality of Aprilia's development. Testing may differ from race weekends, but topping the timesheets is a statement of intent. The RSGP 26 showed consistency across sessions, consolidating the work of Aprilia's racing department. Bezzecchi emphasized the importance of analyzing data to identify further improvements. The guys did a great job, and I can't wait to finally start racing. Aprilia's progress is tangible. The RSGP 26 appears to offer both speed and stability, giving riders confidence heading into Thailand. Jorge Martin entered Buram after being declared fit by MotoGP's medical delegation. Having missed Sepang due to surgery recovery, his focus was on rebuilding confidence. He finished 8th, a solid result given his limited preparation. I feel much better physically, and it was really positive to be able to take part in the pre-season tests in Buram. Martin's measured approach reflects maturity. Rather than chasing lap times, he prioritized rhythm and adaptation, laying the groundwork for competitiveness as the season unfolds. Aprilia's preseason highlighted complementary strengths. Bezzecchi delivered outright speed, while Martin emphasized steady improvement. Together, they provide balance, one rider pushing the limits, the other ensuring consistency. We're starting the year with a great desire to do well. The bike has improved and so have I. This dual dynamic could be crucial. Aprilia needs both explosive pace and reliable points scoring to challenge across a long season. Aprilia's Buram test results set the tone for 2026. Bezzecchi's pace confirmed the RSGP 26's potential, while Martin's return showed resilience and determination. For the Noali-based manufacturer, the message is clear: they are ready to fight from the start. With motivation high and the bike showing promise, Aprilia's riders enter Thailand not just prepared, but eager to prove that pre-season form can translate into race day results. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!